and gentlemen, I'm peeking.
Oh my god. Skrillex dropped his new album.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't listen to it at all?
I haven't yet. I haven't had the time because.
But you have experience going to like festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it is a while ago.
I used to hate them. I used to talk shit about them.
Because I think I'm peaking. Peaking.
Welcome back to
That
the
was their idea.
I'm Peaking podcast. We were not just talking about getting naked on
What?
the podcast. What?
What?
Why would we do that?
Wait, yeah, we were.
dude.
Never mind.
Being naked is so freeing. I don't know why like everyone's so embarrassed about it.
Anyways, question of the day today is music better live?
Yes.
Yes.
Wait, in what context?
So live as in like musical instruments or
Yes.
like a live element.
Played live, not listening to it
Yes.
outside
Yeah,
live.
Because if you do listen to like when you know DJs and musicians are playing music live like on stage, it definitely does sound better than just in your headphones.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
However, that is determinant on whether or not the production that they have can back it up. A dude with a guitar 500 feet away from me, it's not going to sound better than my headphones.
Yeah.
But with all their production so that I can hear it from 500 feet away, then yes, absolutely.
Yeah, like speakers, subwoofers, all that stuff.
Yeah. But on the topic of does music sound better with live instruments, I definitely think so. I think there's a lot more emotion and soul that you can get out of playing a song live than just digitally.
I'm always a sucker every time a DJ brings out a guitar and they do like a guitar solo.
Brandon, what do you think?
I'm a biased individual. I only play live. There's parts of me that wishes I can DJ and things like that, but I think it's an interesting element to, especially in the electronic space, to find live electronic acts that can carry like this journey through the show, through the process. Ben Bomber is a great example of that. Rufus Du Sol is a great example of that. But it's there's something unique about something being created live in front of you that just enhances the experience of a concert or an event or a festival.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was thinking another one that came to mind was Odessa, who also does like a live instrument aspect, or even like my favorite, Zed, who will do drums a lot of times during a lot of his sets, which is really cool. I know Marshmello does that a little bit too.
I know Said This Guy does it every once in a while. He'll play, piano or he'll play drums himself.
Yeah. Our boy Fairlane, guitar.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah.
Son Holo
Yeah.
does that too with a guitar.
Yeah. Mashbit.
So does it.
Apache brings
Yes.
out his brass orchestra. and the his Philharmonic. Fucking amazing.
I think Odessa is a great example of like not just taking live instrumentation, but like taking live elements with choruses, choral groups, drum lines, like so many different elements into their live show that just like you really can't expect what's coming next sometimes when they put their new productions together.
Yeah.
To step into that too is like it's not just a live instrumental experience, it's a full performance. It's not just like one or two people. Like you can imagine a band, guitar, drums, singer, that's it. But with Odessa, it's like a full drummer, like 12 drummer dudes and like full like quartets. What I don't know the terms, but like it's a full orchestra,
Yeah.
full performance.
And I still don't know where the drummers come from half the
It's
time
still
in
a
their show.
mystery.
Yeah, it's still a mystery. They just pop up out of nowhere.
Oh, you didn't know? They're dehydrated like birds. You know how like magicians pull birds out of their pocket? They're dehydrated and then they're put into the ground. That's why the smoke comes up because they're being rehydrated into existence.
Yeah, that must be it.
Yeah.
It's science magic.
So that wasn't a rumor. I knew it.
Oh yeah. Well, let us know what you guys think in the comments. If you guys think live music is better. I mean, I'm sure that we're missing a million other examples of artists that also do this. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get us started here. As we said, welcome back to the I'm Peaking podcast. I'm going to go ahead and intro you last, but I am one of your hosts, Devin. And who else do we have here?
I'm Nand.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Mickey.
All right. And did we want to do that beat?
I think we should absolutely do it.
Yeah, we should.
But I do want to add in a note. This is the quickest that we've gotten to an actual intro.
That's crazy.
I just want to say, because every single time we tangent out for about 5 to 7 minutes.
You know what's so funny? We've actually gotten comments of people saying there was like a bet going on of, how long are they going to finally do the intro?
I did see that. Yeah.
So to whoever bet that we would go 5 to 7 minutes long, you just lost money. Boom.
Yeah, you know he used to beatbox too, by the way.
For real?
So yeah, you could be our soundboard today. You got some competition, Daniel.
God damn, you're gonna take my job, man.
All right, Brandon, can you throw on a beat? I'm gonna do an intro for you. Just a subtle little background beat. All right. So today on the I'm Peaking podcast, we're joined by a talented artist who doesn't just play music, he creates it live.
This is so
on the
fire.
spot. Blending live looping with dreamy melodic beats, he's built a name for himself by turning random public spaces into impromptu festival stages and amassing millions of views in the process. Some compare his sounds to acts like Rufus Du Sol and Lane 8, and whether he's performing at TED Times Portland, dropping viral live sets at the beach, or taking his show all the way to Dubai, this man is truly carving out a lane of his own, redefining how electronic artists engage with their audience. Laerz, welcome to the podcast.
Wait, I need this to drop. Hold on.
Wow.
That's so.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he really is taking your
shit.
job.
Fuck you.
Do the one beatbox sound you always do.
Which one? Oh, the.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Pales in
subs.
comparison. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
I know.
No. It's good. It's good. It's still
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank
I got you. Well, as we said, Laerz. You also go by Brandon, right? Is your
That's
real
what my
name?
parents call me. Yeah.
Okay.
His
So
government name.
we'll be if you hear us saying Brandon, that's
His
No.
government name.
You- It's what his parents call him.
Yeah.
Not
got it.
Not us. That's not
Not
us.
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 Are
You're
you
gonna have to
his-
fight Mama Dukes.
Yeah. Are
I
you
don't
his
say
dad?
that.
Has
Devin?
Mama Dukes ever called you Laerz? Have your parents called you
No,
Laerz?
heck no. No. Just Brandon or Babush. It's my
Oh, that's
little baby
cute. I
name.
like
It's
that.
my baby
Babush?
name. Babush. It's what I used to say when I used to say my own name as a kid.
Babush.
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 That's cute.
That's got a ring to it. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to get us started on one of our first topics, which we wanted to talk a little bit about festival season, because at this point we are now
About a
festival
weekend.
season has commenced officially. We, at the time we're shooting this episode, we just had Beyond this past weekend. I think by the
Miami Music Week also
yeah,
happened.
Miami Music Week
And
also happened. Ultra.
Yeah.
And I believe by the time this airs, Coachella will be like right in the midst.
Weekend one.
Yeah, weekend one. So lots of stuff going on right now. We did kind of want to recap, though, a couple of the festivals that just happened, being Ultra and Beyond. But I guess we'll start with Ultra, which did you guys first off see some of the weather that
They
was
can never
happening at
catch a break.
Ultra?
Yeah,
Bro.
dude. Do we want to do like positives, negatives, pros, cons of each festival? Because there's a lot happening.
do you know? Are you familiar? You're familiar with Ultra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Did you? I don't know if you got a chance to see like there was like
Oh, yeah.
flooding on day
Day
3.
three.
Like it's
They
crazy.
really never catch a
They
break.
can never catch a break. It's
'Cause
crazy.
It happened last year too, didn't it?
Yeah, my friends were there and they were not happy. It was their first ultra too.
Florida, man.
Yeah.
It's
Miami.
commitment. You have to be committed and still go out there in the pools of water.
Yeah.
I saw a girl take off her shoes and was walking in the water.
Dude, I'd do the same thing.
Wow. That sounds really dangerous.
I saw people swimming.
I
They were
saw that
swimming
one
on
too.
stage. That's how bad it looked.
Yeah.
I feel like if I go next year, one of my outfits for sure will be like a life vest. Like I'll play into it. Might as well.
Oh, even if it doesn't rain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And wasn't it for just like a small portion of the day too? Like it just
I would not doubt it.
all the rain just came out of like just, and then like the rest of the day
Yeah,
it wasn't
like, cleared
raining or
up.
anything.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, but
Yeah, day
that's what I
three.
thought.
They thought day 3 was gonna be canceled but like it was fine.
That's a Florida thing, right? Like they have flash rains.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that happened essentially for Forbidden
I think
Kingdom.
it's
the
more
one
of
year
like a
we went.
tropical thing. Because I mean, I think technically Florida's near the tropical.
Brazil's the same way too.
So is Philippines.
I
Yeah.
have.
Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the rainy season.
Yeah.
Mm.
Sorry, Ultra.
Yeah, I know that sucks. I
Sucks.
saw the videos of like the guys like they were like pretending to
That's-
rowboat.
Yeah, I
Did
saw
you guys
that.
see that?
I think
Yeah.
the coolest thing about like, like this community and like ravers is, like you pay to be there, you're going to make the most out of it regardless of any situation that happens.
100%.
My favorite person who has ever made the best out of a bad situation will always be Forbidden Kingdom and the guy with the mop. The guy with the mop when it was pouring rain and it stopped and he's just mopping the wet floor. Funniest thing will always
Haven't
be
seen that.
the funniest thing.
That's hilarious. Wait, first of all, who brings a mop to a festival?
I think he knew.
It's like it has a totem.
Interesting.
That's a
It's
totem.
okay. I've seen people. I did a React video a long time ago, back in like 2021, and these two people dressed up as air stewardesses and they brought in seatbelts. And during a set, they were literally doing the air stewardess instruction. Like they were like,
To the music?
yeah, just during a set,
That's so
like
funny.
synchronized.
Well, what else are they supposed to do when you're peaking?
There we go.
You don't have like a badum-ts on there, do you?
That was good. That was
Yeah,
good.
that was
you
good.
can do it. Maybe you can.
Yeah, there you go.
I got another one for you. He was about to do it. I'm gonna let you do it.
There it is.
I got another one for you. A group of OSHA like workers, and they're just giving out violations to people.
For what?
I don't know. That'd be kind of a downer, though.
It was on friendship, remember?
Oh, it was for
yeah.
friendship.
You're getting a ticket for being too
Violations for
sexy.
being too nice.
No.
Yeah.
Friendship. We're talking about the cruise we just came back from in
Oh,
February,
okay.
which is called Friendship. Yeah.
Yeah, there's I think we talked about it previously. There's a cop. It was a Willy Wonka themed. There's a cop handing out tickets, but they were golden tickets. And then one of them was like, violation for being too sexy or something like
Gotcha.
that. Yeah.
Gotta love the community for that.
Yeah.
Well, to circle back, have you been to Ultra or Beyond Wonderland here in Southern California?
Yeah, I went a long time ago to Beyond. I haven't been to a festival since, what was it, Greggy? 2018? 2015?
Wow.
So it's been a minute.
That's 10 years ago.
No. It was Vegas. We did like 3. It was like 15, 16, and 14.
That's still 10 years ago.
So you stopped going to festivals when I started.
Oh, wow.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just started to just work on, I wasn't an artist in electronic music or anything back then. So I just started to find my passion for music and then started, building the brand and the career back then. So
Yeah. And you're a married man now too, so.
I am a married man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I saw your wife. She's so pretty.
She is.
She's so pretty.
She is. She's from Brazil. That's why I was talking about Brazil earlier about the rain and stuff. But ever since then, there's just been like we met long distance, and we were married a year later, and then she got back. She came to the States, and that's when I started like finding my passion specifically into electronic music, because I used to do looping and all sorts of genres, jazz, reggae, rap, hip hop, everything. But then once she came and we got married and everything, that's when I truly found like a passion in electronic music and started releasing electronic music in 2022.
Nice.
Gotcha. Okay. So, but you have experience going to like festivals and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it is a while ago.
I used to hate them. I used to talk shit about them until I started going, and I was like, what have I been missing?
That's I feel like that's how
That's a
it
canon
starts.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was like the main thing that like kind of like steered you away from going to festivals? You're like, oh, I don't want, you know.
Just like, it's actually a really good question.
Sorry, it's kind of it's kind of a loaded question.
I can honestly say I just passed judgment. back
Okay.
then. I was young-minded and I felt like, it was just a waste of time and a waste of money and a waste of your energy. And then once I went and I felt the community for the first time, I was like, this is the fucking shit.
Yeah.
Can I cuss on here?
Yeah.
This is the fucking shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's definitely something I think that happens with a lot of people looking in on the community, and then, you get that first experience, and it really is life-changing.
Yeah. I mean, can I talk about a little bit some recreational experiences?
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
We don't shy away. Actually, it would be a perfect segue into what we're another
talk
thing we
about
wanted to
next.
touch on. Yeah.
When I decided to go, I was telling all my friends, even Greggy Bear, I was telling him, don't offer me anything. I don't want to fucking take anything. I don't want anything. Like, just leave me out of this.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just going to see it. And then I was there for like an hour and 20 minutes. And I was like, you have anything extra?
Yeah.
It's like, hey, don't give me any of that.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. No, it was great. It was great. I had the best time of
Just
my
pull
life.
out bath salts.
Why is that? That's always how it's like. It's like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna do anything, guys. It's good. Couple sets in, you're like,
Well, they look like they're having fun.
I'm having so
missing
much
out.
I wanna
I'm
have that
missing
much
out.
fun.
I want to have that much fun.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It was
Yeah.
the best time.
Which, to be fair, you're not missing out if you're sober. Just remember that.
Yeah.
That
100%.
is,
As someone who's been sober now, like it's fine. You're
yep.
fine. Okay.
you know
Yeah.
what's also not fun is being too fucked up and then not
Yes.
being able
Yeah.
to experience
Or remember
any of
anything.
it.
So
Speaking of that,
yeah, we wanted to cover a little bit about this because we did see, first off, great thing at Ultra, they had Narcan on candy
Which is
bracelets,
pretty fucking
which is
sick.
awesome, and I think we should have more of that in the community for sure. So big ups to Ultra.
Good job,
for,
Ultra.
Yeah, for
Super
doing
cool.
that. On the downside, Beyond, which we just came back from this weekend, had a lot of people getting wheeled out, or
Yep.
wheeled to the med
Wheeled
tent.
out,
Unfortunately.
carried out.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, someone in our group actually needed to be narcaned, and we have our good friend Cupid, his real name's Damien, who made that executive decision of like, all right, Nan, give me your Narcan. I need to take care of this situation. So
Yeah.
fortunately, the friend is okay, but man could not even stand up.
Yeah. So, just on that note, like, really guys, like, if you're gonna be doing anything at festivals, like, I mean, we say this all the time, but you got to go in and be responsible about it, and make sure you are always carrying Narcan or naloxone spray on you. You can End Overdose usually has a booth at every single event that you can go and get trained and get free resources from. You can also go and take their course on their website, and they'll send you free resources. I think you just have to pay for shipping.
And
But-
also, take care of your people. Take care of your friends. Look out for
Yeah.
each other. The number of people I saw by themselves who was like, I lost my friends. My
Yeah.
friends left me.
Yeah.
Or this or that. Now, don't get me wrong. Some of the people, they ran away from their friends. So I get that. That happens. But still, your friend, everyone should be looking out for each other. And I just think at Beyond, there was just too many people that I ran into who were by themselves.
Yeah.
And at a festival like that one, and I hate to say it, Beyond Wonderland has no longer become a great first-timer festival, in my opinion. There's so many people, like Mad Hatter's Castle, which is the racetrack in the back area.
Yeah.
Over 20,000 people, I believe, in that area alone, to the point where they had to close off not just the VIP, but the entire stage. They weren't letting people in during one of the sets.
During Wooly.
Yeah.
Which was fire, by the way. Whoever was there, y'all, that was a pretty sick one. Huh?
Forgive me
Sorry,
if I'm wrong,
on
but
tangent.
I think the capacity for the NOS Center is like 65,000, and there was close to like 90,000 attendees.
Oh my God.
Over the course of the weekend? or per day? Because those are two different things.
I saw a video. I don't know if it was per day or the whole weekend, but the fact that like the venue capacity is like 60 and then there was like 30,000 more, that's kind of like concerning.
I will say double check because I've run into this issue before where it was like someone was like, oh yeah, EDC had 500,000 people, but the way that it's written out makes it look like it was in one day. It's over the course of the weekend usually. However, regardless, too many. There was a lot of people.
It was extremely crowded at
Day
Beyond.
2 was insane.
Lots of pickpocketers.
Bro,
I did.
People in my group.
Yeah,
they didn't lose their.
Oh,
Fortunately,
really?
no one in my group lost their phones, but people were like touching our shit, getting way too close.
Someone told me that they saw someone about to cut.
Yeah. I did
Speaking
hear
of that,
a lot about that.
Security kind of made me a little scared because they weren't thoroughly checking.
So I have a couple quick stories actually about that, which is really funny. So going in on the second day, we were going through a line and I was trying to get my tripod in because obviously I shoot content at the festivals. So I need my tripod in. They wouldn't let me take it in that line. So I just went to one of the GA lines and they literally just went, "You're good." And so, I mean, at the time, I'm like, okay, that's good. Like, I'm able to get my tripod in. But at the same time, also, it's like, all right, well.
I mean, someone was able to go inside the festival with, like, freaking scissors.
Yeah, that is extremely concerning.
Yeah.
So, but I will say another comment on security. I had a little story, too, where I thought my phone got stolen. I was in VIP, and I ran into one of my friends, and I was talking to her for a second. And I had just gone to the bathroom, so I had just put my phone in my pocket real quick while I was, like, saying hi to my friend. But with the way my outfit was, I had like these leg straps, and they like pushed my phone out of my pocket and it fell onto the ground, and I didn't even notice as I was like talking to her. And then after we were done talking, I like turned around to leave and I'm like checking my pockets and I'm like, oh no. And I'm like, there's no way. And I thought that my first thought was someone must have taken it while I was like giving her a hug to say hi to her. You know what I mean?
It's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, and I'm like, but like the fact that like that was my first thought, you know, and I was in VIP too, and I'm like immediately I'm just like, oh, my phone got stolen. It's done. Like that's it. I'm done. And I immediately am like just going on my watch trying to like see if I can find my location, and I'm like frantically going back and forth for like 5 minutes, just like freaking out. And the security guard comes up to me. He's like, "Hey man, like are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude. Like I think my phone got stolen." And then he was just like, What's on your phone screen? And I'm like, oh, it's like 3 pictures of like the apartment I want to live in. And he's like, oh, is it this one? And then he gives me my phone and I'm like, oh my God, bro. Thank you so much. So shout out Gio, by the way, for that. Really appreciate you for picking up my phone.
I want you to tell the other part of that story.
The other part?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then so I text Nan from my Apple Watch and I'm like, dude, my phone just got stolen. Fuck. And Nan immediately calls my phone like a bunch of times. The phone, I answer the phone once. This is right after I found it. So like I found the phone, but then of course the reception's really bad. So like Nan calls me and I'm like, hello, and he's like, hey, where are you? You have my EpiPen.
Yeah.
And he texted to me, you have my EpiPen, and at first I was like, wait, what? And then I'm like, oh, I see what he's trying to do.
Yeah, trying to guilt trip.
That's my first thought.
It's like, all right, pickpocketer is
not a bad idea.
As if the pickpocket. No, I don't think the pickpocketer would care.
He's gonna be like,
no.
Oh,
Here's the
shit.
thing. I wrote it. I texted it, and I also put it in like a phone call format of like, yeah, look, you got my EpiPen. If I don't get that soon, I might go into anaphylactic shock and die. So I wanted to make sure that if this person saw, I was like, yo, I want to steal a phone and make money, not cause someone's death.
Yeah,
that's fair. That's
yeah. Although I still think they probably would have just been like, oh shit.
Yeah, I don't think they would give a fuck. Yeah.
Or they would have just turned
another phone.
Yeah, phone. Or they would have just turned the phone off immediately. You know, that's usually what they do anyway, right?
Yeah, and they wrap it in foil.
Yeah.
Last like little note from Beyond. I understand, you know, everyone has free will to do whatever the fuck they want to do. Just please do it safely, because we obviously very much care about the community, and we also very much care about your guys' well-beings. Take everything in very what your doses are, and always carry Narcan on you, and don't steal phones. That's another big one.
And don't take anything that you find on the floor.
always be like, you know, if I'm a firm believer, if you're going to take anything ever in any scenario, you should always have a friend with you. Because if you're by yourself and God forbid you took something you shouldn't have taken, you're not going to be able to take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Especially if it's like your first time.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people were like by themselves sitting down, like kind of fucked up, and it like worried me. I was like, fuck, what the fuck's going on?
No one experience, no one festival, no one night is worth the cost of your life or someone else's, you know. So
That's on period. So, Skrillex dropped his new album. I mean, by this point, it'll have, you know, been already like 3 weeks or so, but was hoping that we could maybe talk about it for a little bit.
He did?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't listen to it at all?
I haven't yet. I haven't had the time because it's Skrillex. If I'm going to listen to it, I want to be able to like fully take it in, not half-heartedly listen to it, you know?
And that's totally fair because for this album,
You
you
need
do
your full
have to listen.
attention.
You need to listen through the whole thing because
Yeah,
it's
from
meant
start
to
to
be
finish.
it's meant to be listened through the whole thing in order.
That's fun fact. That's actually how I've like kind of like thought about music recently. If it's a song, okay, I might half listen to it, but if it's a full album or even an EP release, cool. That means I need a purposely find time to listen to it to give it the respect it deserves. And they're trying to tell me something, give me a story, give me emotion. So if I'm like writing my emails while I'm doing that, I promise you, I'm thinking about my email more than what I'm trying to listen to right now.
wasn't it like 30 something tracks?
Yeah, it's 35, I think.
But like each
34?
one is like a minute to 2 minutes, but
Yeah.
it feels like a whole mix. Like so you're listening to like you're basically listening to him DJ throughout
Pretty
the
much.
whole.
Pretty
How
much.
many songs?
There's like 34 or
But it's-
35.
Yeah, but like each
me
is
check.
like a minute or so.
So it's
Yeah,
about-
I think they're all like just a minute. Like some of them are even just like 50
Yeah.
seconds.
I would
Oh,
need
wow.
I would need to allocate like at least 40 minutes.
yeah,
I-
basically like you're watching a set
Okay.
like that.
Okay, fine.
It felt like an
it's
ultra
34 songs, 46 minutes long.
Yeah, it felt like an ultra
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you
Interesting.
how many is there any collabs?
set. A lot.
Oh, yeah,
So
there's a ton.
I don't know anything
the
about
last
this.
like the last song or whatever, it's like an end credits where he's thanking all of the DJs and like producers and whoever he worked with. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is. It is
Fire.
cool. So yeah, there's a bunch on here. Virtual Riot, our boy.
I love that.
Which, by the way, you could definitely tell on some of the songs, not even just the ones that he's like he gets producer credits on in here, but even the songs that were only produced by Skrillex, you can definitely like hear the Virtual Riot influence. It's pretty cool.
I know Wookiee was one.
Wookiee, Nakisha, Joker, Sleepnet, Space Laces,
Space Laces.
That makes
Jonesy, G Jones.
Haven't heard
who
G
else?
Jones in a minute.
Sweetie M.
I heard ISO Exo's tag,
Yes, I
but
heard
he's
it-
not
but
tagged.
he's not
but
in
he's
there.
not. Yeah, he's not in here. Oh, the Boys Noise and Dylan Brady.
Oh yeah.
Collab Zeet Noise, the techno one.
That was
Oh my
sick.
god, I love that song, bro. And he's got this little soundbite in there that's like, "I sold my soul,
Okay.
to
I
give
like-
you this
I
song."
like the San Diego VIP. Was that what it's called?
yeah,
San
yeah,
Diego
that one's
VIP?
very reminiscent of like the old bro step
Yeah,
sound.
Can I
that's why I
can I
liked
ask
it.
a few questions? Because
Yeah.
clearly you guys listen to it backwards and forwards, and
No, only forwards.
cool, only forwards, and it kind of helps our audience too. Can you give me a genre? Like is there a
So,
subgenre?
everywhere.
There's techno. There you hear the old dubstep Skrillex sound. You hear
That's what I
party
was gonna
trap.
ask. Okay.
You hear the new
You
dubstep,
hear
the
new
new
dubstep
Skrillex,
sound.
new
Okay.
Skrillex sound.
Is there
UKG -ish.
house vibes in there also?
I don't
Wonky
think I don't think
bass.
there's any house in there, but there is. He has one drum and bass song. He has the techno song, like old bro steppy sounding stuff, and yeah, very heavy trap influence. But it's honestly like he kind of has a little bit of everything
Yeah.
in there.
You're
I
never
next-
bored.
Next question. What is the emotion or the story that you guys interpreted that he's trying to tell? Like sell it to me. Because I haven't listened to it yet, and obviously the audience who hasn't.
It basically
Sell it to me,
feels
sell it to
like
them.
Skrillex is coming back to bass music.
Ooh,
That's
that's a statement.
That
Yeah.
my interpretation was that like it was his answer to everyone being like, "Yo, we miss the old like Skrillex and
Yeah.
like what happened to the old Skrillex?" And it was like his way of basically being like, "All right, I'm gonna give you some of the old Skrillex like you guys have all been asking for, but I'm gonna do it in my way that I want to do it."
Modern
And then
way.
at Ultra, he just
Yeah.
I heard it
That
was
set-
so good.
That set was fantastic.
There's a song on here that's literally called Ultra Intro.
No wonder, because literally I was listening to it and I was like, this sounds like something I would hear at Ultra.
Yeah. It kind of you know what, you can really tell that he's having fun. That he has fun
I was
on
like,
all
he
the
was
tracks.
just having so much fun.
The sound bites that he include, because he has like this announcer in
It's
there
so
that's
funny.
like for example on that techno
Shadow
song that's
Wizard
like,
Skrillex gang.
Yeah, it was like
we love casting.
We
dubstep.
killed Skrillex. Here's where we hid the body.
Yeah,
like
it
it's
was really
crazy.
It's so
The
stupid.
commentary.
Yeah,
but
it's
so fun at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where you could tell he's not like too serious about it.
He was having fun.
He's having fun, and
That's always been Skrillex, though. If you think about it, he's always pushed the
Boundaries.
yeah, he's always pushed the boundary just to do whatever he wants in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that he brought back also his auto tune voice, which reminded me of what's the song called from Scary Monsters Nice Sprites?
Summit.
No, not you.
Because
Summit.
it was literally yeah.
Summit. But also, there's another song he's got on there that is like mostly him singing. I can't remember the name of it right now.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
He was like, "This isn't Skrillex. This is Sonny Moore," or something like that.
oh yeah, that's not the part I was referring to. But I'm
Oh.
referring to the part where he is auto-tuned singing. But it reminded me of Scary Monsters Nice Sprites.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I definitely think this is going to be a turning point, and just like how what happened to the scene when Skrillex hopped on and then hopped off, it's gonna create a wave, a wave of this, like, you know, this new sound.
I
that
literally
is-
felt like, oh, this is gonna be a good year.
Yeah.
After I listened to it, I was like, oh, this is
Dude,
gonna be
yeah,
so good.
honestly, that album was kind of like I was listening to it, and I'm like, this is like healing and fun and like
Nostalgic,
everything all at the
everything,
same time. Yeah, I love it.
Time to get Skrillex on the podcast.
Hey Val, you wanna? Yeah, that would be awesome.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, that was.
That was-
Puts my shit to
My
shame.
mating call to Skrillex.
All right. Well, now that we've kind of covered that, I think we should get into some live music
First
from
ever.
Mr. Laerz here.
First ever on the podcast
So
live.
you guys can't really see it on this view, but we're gonna cut to a GoPro view, and as you can see, we've got a full setup here for Brandon. He's gonna play some live music for us, and yeah, if you want to give some context as to what you're about to play for us, that'd be great.
So, real quickly, just want to give you a little bit of reference. So, when building it live, I have a loop station, a MPC drum machine with a lot of presets or a lot of samples in it, synthesizer, and I use Ableton with presets here on the MIDI keyboard. So, for example, I'm gonna play this. Let me play this one here. Right. So all the samples have a BPM that's preset, and then it's not like I press it and it plays it forever, right? So I have to record each thing as it's coming in. And then it stops. And so basically, when arranging it live on stage, I have to know when one thing starts, one thing ends, be able to record it correctly at the right time on the right BPM, and then we build the track that way. So I'm gonna do some music for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Let's go.
All right. You guys are yeah, here we go.
Live on the I'm Peaking podcast.
Daniel's so excited. He's like,
I wasn't expecting that extra element.
Ladies and gentlemen, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I'm peeking.
Oh my god. I got goosebumps.
You are now activating the next track.
Trumpet.
That is the trumpet. You know what? I have to do this one over again.
No, that's okay. That was
was
crazy. And I'm so glad that we won't have to worry about copyright on this. The first thing I was thinking.
Sorry, YouTube, not this time.
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
Not this time, motherfucker.
Dude, that was amazing.
Holy shit.
How did you even get started in like doing this? Honestly, I know that's like a very
That's a
broad
loaded
question, but
Yeah, no, I started beatboxing in high school. I was really overweight, and I started doing it as like a social thing. And then after high school, like I became very social because of it in high school. And then after high school, I graduated and then started street performing and started, I found like a loop station, not this one. It was like a much more simpler basic one. And then I can like loop my beatboxing and like build a little bit more upon just rather than just like beatboxing with a microphone.
Right.
Which made it more interesting. Typically, like I could do different genres and stuff like that. And then I started dabbling with electronic music amongst other things like reggae and salsa and reggaeton and all different genres. But like electronic music always made me feel better when I would like compose it and build it. And Skrillex was, I can't do it anymore, but Skrillex was a huge part of like my beatboxing electronic music.
Oh,
like
interesting.
Back when he was pioneering the sound is when I started like beatboxing. So it was very like people would listen to it during my street shows and they'd be like, holy shit, we know Skrillex.
No wonder when you were doing it earlier, it sounded so similar.
And then as of a couple of years ago, I rebranded into electronic music because I started falling in love with synthesizers and drum machines and samples and like being able to, after especially falling in love with the community, it really felt like the place I wanted to land for music. So it was just an evolution of like trying one thing after the next, going into the next thing and falling in love every step of the way with something new.
Yeah.
Until I finally found my home.
That's awesome, dude. I mean, this is incredible, like what you do. And you don't see a lot of people. I can count on my hand, I think, probably the amount of artists I've seen do what you do, you know, and that's crazy.
I got lucky, baby. Your boy Jesus.
Yeah.
What goes through your head when piecing all of that together? Because I saw you just go, you know, to everything pretty just smoothly, you know.
Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. No, it's I mean, it's I spend a lot of time, like unlike a DJ who can like, you know, depending on where they're performing or if they're going to a different country or whatever, they can just kind of like pick and pull different tracks and like incorporate them into the set for the next performance. Everything that I have like for long form sets at least is like every transition is memorized. So I don't have the luxury of like pulling and picking things and incorporating new stuff like on the fly like that unless I involve risk. And so normally it's like I have things memorized verbatim, the way the next thing comes in, all my presets set up. So it's usually just like a workflow of like making sure that I'm checking off every box as the set is going on, and it becomes automatic.
Yeah, lots of preparation.
Yeah, I think that's incredible.
Yeah, a lot of preparation, a lot of rehearsing.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I mean, it's live instrument play, just like, you know, someone playing a guitar, playing their own song and whatnot. You play the whole song. You don't just veer off from your own song too much and create something completely new. Yeah, it's practice, rehearsed.
Yeah, but I like that you're able to like throw in some variations there, like how you did with the little peeking part.
Peeking.
You know, yeah.
That came to me like literally like 5 seconds before I was happening. I was like, I'm peeking. It was good.
No, yeah, I love that. What were some of the other things? Sorry, we had some other questions we wanted to ask you. Oh yeah, so when you're like constructing the songs that you play for people, what are you usually going for? Like, what's your inspiration in that process?
I'm usually just trying to tap into the unexpected, like being able to basically, like what I like to think of this as is like there is the final result from all your favorite DJs, all the time and energy that they put into the studio, all the time and energy that they put into perfecting a studio version of a track. And that's the final result that everybody ends up with. But there's still like this whole entire process that you really don't see unless like you're watching behind the scenes or whatever.
Right.
So I like to think of it as like bringing the studio process to the live audience and delivering that final result. Maybe it may not be perfect, like things may not be synced exactly the way they need to be, or EQs may not be perfect, but it's good enough for it to feel like you're listening to a real DJ set at a festival.
I see.
So I'm trying to bring that to them, and I'm trying to give them that element of something they don't normally get and experience otherwise.
Gotcha. Well, I think you do an amazing job at doing that.
I literally was just like quiet because I was such in awe. I was like, how are you doing it and memorizing literally every single knob and like button so quickly?
Yeah, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. So it's
Egg omelet, spinach.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
He's like, it was really good.
He made it for me, so like I remember.
Oh, there you go.
So when we were doing some research on you, we saw, and you we talked about this when we went to go to get hookah, but we saw that you played in Dubai. You did like a little live set in Dubai, which, by the way, if you haven't already, definitely go and check that out. It's awesome. The skyline is so sick.
Quick thought too, just because you brought up hookah, could we like do a podcast episode with a hookah session? Like I don't know, just I feel like it'd be nice.
Bring in my boy Brandon. He's hookah god. He makes the best heads.
Dude, so
I'll be here for more support.
So I actually just went to my dentist.
Oh no.
And they found some white spots in the back of my mouth, and they said that I need to lay off the smoking because apparently the white spots mean that I could be at risk of oral cancer. So
oh shit.
Yeah.
No more blowing sickos for you,
I know,
Devin.
dude. Fuck.
Suddenly, I want to call my dentist real fast.
Yeah. So,
make an appointment.
So there's that. So I will be laying off the hookah for a bit, at least until those white spots are gone.
I'll do it for you.
So yeah, thank you, Brandon. But yeah, so anyways, we were talking about Dubai, and we also wanted to know because I think you had another one that you did in Utah at
Oh my gosh,
it was like Moonscape
Overlook.
Yeah, Moonscape Overlook.
How did those happen?
I got booked for a show in Dubai and then reached out to a hotel to do like a activation because I saw like their photo gallery. And it's just like the Burj Khalifa and all of downtown Dubai in the background. And we worked with them for that. The Lana Hotel, they're amazing. Utah was, I just saw a TikTok of the Moonscape Overlook. And then I planned with my videography team and my wife, and we just went down there, and it was probably one of the most surreal experiences, like being there. It really feels and looks like you're on a completely different planet.
Wow.
And I've never seen anything like it, but we got there at like 4 a.m. It was like 26 degrees, and we're trying to set up everything. It was fucking freezing. And then the sun started to come up a little bit, and it just started to like take your breath away. And I don't know how I had electric hand warmers. I think that was the only way I got through the set. But it just, everybody packed up everything when we were done. Everybody got in the car, and then I stepped out to like the ledge of the mountain for just 5 minutes, and I just sat there, and it was the closest thing to just complete silence that I've ever experienced in my life. Like no wind, nothing, just like literally just complete dead silence.
Wow.
By myself. It was amazing.
Damn. That's I think one of the reasons we're asking about just that, I guess, or like I've noticed at least recently that there are certain artists like KREAM, for example. Well, we were talking about this also. Will go and play at these like incredibly visual locations, just like on
a mountain.
Yeah, on like mountains, or like they did at the top of like a dam, I think. And my favorite one is the one in I believe it's Bali, that like mansion that's like overlooking the cliffs. And by the way, definitely recommend going and checking that out. It's,
Liquid Labs.
Yeah, Liquid Labs it's awesome. I could honestly just watch that for, I mean, they're hour-long sets, and you can just go and watch. But it's really cool. Like it's kind of become like this own little not genre, but like it's become like its own little thing. Like people
Own
going
little
and
niche.
performing. Yeah, own little niche. There, that's the word I was looking for.
Circle.
You're welcome.
Circle had a lot to do with that, I think.
Yeah.
Circle inspired me to go out and do scenic sets.
Yeah.
Sorry. What is Circle for the people that don't know?
Circle is a production YouTube company that they basically go around the world with the best live acts and DJs, and they put them to do live sets and performances in the most isolated, unique, creative, beautiful, scenic locations, pyramids, all over the place. So
yeah, it really is like a sight to behold. That one KREAM video I'm talking about from the Bali mansion, they've got like six different camera angles. There's like 2 drones, and like the drones will like fly over KREAM like doing the set, but then they'll go like down the cliff to the beach, and they'll like fly over the beach as like you can hear all the music in your ear. It's crazy.
I have a question, just because like I'm thinking of all these serene places, and I'm assuming this is a specific type of live music, I imagine, because like I don't know, I feel like, you know, heavy bass near like a waterfall outside probably doesn't make any sense.
No, this is like deep house, like very
deep house,
like
progressive, melodic.
Yep.
A location that I can think of is in the snow, like because I always think about this one cabin trip I went on a couple of years ago where I looked outside, and that's when I learned like snow absorbs sound. That's why it's so quiet outside. So I wonder what that would look like or sound like with progressive house or deep house music in a snowy location.
Well, it's not being played out like into the like atmosphere. It's being recorded into like headphones, but it's the like combination of the visual of like the, you know, area that you're in, the environment, with the recorded set, and you put those two things together and you get this like incredibly just like amazing visual that is honestly like a style of its own, you know. So the best thing I could compare it to would be like, you know, when you go to the Odessa, when, you know, we've seen Odessa now, it's very similar to that, but imagine instead of like all the fireworks and like visuals and stuff, it's just like nature, and like it's, you know, sometimes the videos are at sunrise or like whatever, and you just get to like witness as like the sun is coming up, and there's this very like deep melodic house, like very like I don't know, it just makes you like want to be like introspective and just like, I don't know, like you're embracing like the nature around you.
Yeah, like in a way you are bringing a completely different visual experience to the music that we are you know, the different from the visuals that we're usually used to, which 100%. Is, you know, bright lights, bright shining, you know, like just like just these outrageous like
exotic places.
Everything, and you're turning it into something that, you know, is just visually appealing all on its own.
Yeah, it's like it's very majestic versus like I
hard
feel,
as fuck.
Yeah, hard as fuck. Yeah, like it's just a very different vibe. And I think that's like, I don't know, I think that's really cool, and it's very to me that's very like creative.
I guess I was thinking about it like in terms of like, I mean, yes, but I was also thinking about it in terms of like what is and what isn't appropriate depending on like the atmosphere, because I know there was like something in Canada. There was a church where there was like a huge show played there, and there's a whole bunch of comments about like, this is inappropriate, this is not inappropriate. But then like the pastor herself or whatever, I think she was whatever, she was the person who owns the church. She's like, nah, this is great for the community.
Yeah. So I don't know if I'm thinking of the same thing, but there's an artist, Aaron Heibel, who had a series where he would go and play a set in front of a monastery, and it was like a I don't know if it was deserted, but like he would basically go like super early in the morning at like 3-4 a.m. and like play during the sunrise and everything, and that became like a whole series for him, and it matches with his music very
that makes
well
sense.
because his music is like very deep house, very almost like trancey in a way.
So was the question, are there certain places that are off limits to play like a set like that? Was that the?
I don't know. No,
I was just thinking about it because we were talking about all these like beautifully serene places, and it popped in my head about like, okay, depending on the music, it could be appropriate, could not be appropriate. You know, like
Gotcha.
obviously, if we're at like a Tibetan temple in Nepal's, you're probably not going to play like heavy bass music while the monks are all meditating. You know.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So I guess that leads to a question: where would you play? What's the next place that you would play in terms of like exotic landscape scene?
I'm working on a full Afro house set. That's like my next thingy that I'm doing, and so I'd love to do that on some tropical beach in Mexico somewhere. Just more reasonable, more tangible to get there, and something that I can do with my team pretty easily. But my wife's from Brazil, and I would love to one day be able to film a set next to Christ the Redeemer, the big statue.
Yeah.
That'd be really sick. There's a Portuguese pastor DJ. I don't remember his name off the top. I literally just came across this like 2 days ago. But he's a pastor. He's got the whole get up.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
and
about.
he's a DJ and he performs and he produces. And he just did a set up there next to Christ the Redeemer, and it was one of the coolest things ever. But that would be a dream place, just because it's like now my in-laws and everyone are over there. My other half of my family is over there, and be there for that experience would be really cool.
That would be awesome.
Sick.
Holy shit. You need some drones for sure for that.
Eu falo pequeno português. Não muito.
Portuguese?
Do we want to do some fan questions?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right.
Where'd you send them in?
Group chat.
I see them.
V2.
I'll start us off.
Okay.
Brickle Rick asks, who are your top 3 inspirations and why?
My top 3 inspirations: Rufus Du Sol, because their live production is incredible. Monolink, because his actual live performance is incredible. And I would say my parents.
Oh.
Cute.
Yeah, because they gave birth to me.
And gave you your name.
Yeah. And you wouldn't be here, if it
Yeah.
wasn't for them.
They
Technically.
did. They gave me that, technically.
I got one. This one is from PDX_JG. He said, how does it feel to know how impactful your music has been upon others? Plus, you are the GOAT.
I appreciate that. It's very kind. It's a really cool feeling because like I've been so experimental with my music throughout the years, going from different genres and stuff. So it's really nice to know that I can always land in a place where it impacts somebody in a positive way. And that has a lot to do with why I continue to try to like expand myself musically and expand my sound and figure out where I like to be and what I like to create. Like I make melodic house and I've made, I can dabble with Afro house and just try different things and stuff, but know that it always ends up landing in a place where it communicates well to somebody.
Yeah.
So that's a very special feeling.
Gotcha.
Thanks for that question.
I got one from Ghost Fox Mako. What's your favorite Pokemon from the original 150?
I knew that you were going to ask that question.
Yeah, he called dibs on it when I was looking at it.
Of course he did.
My favorite original Pokemon. I mean, the other day I was this close to pulling the trigger on getting a Game Boy Advance, or Game Boy SP, one of the old Game Boys, and then just grabbing a couple of the old Pokemon. Yellow, Pokemon Yellow was my shit back in the day. And I mean, Pikachu is the GOAT, dude. Like Pikachu made me cry. Pikachu made me realize my own mortality. Pikachu, protected and did everything he could, not just for Ash, but everybody else.
Yeah.
And it was just the GOAT. He was just the GOAT, man. Just love Pikachu.
He was definitely level 100 on Route 1. No, you can't tell me different.
Yeah. That moment when in the movie when he was and Ash was like Pikachu. I was like, holy shit, I'm gonna die one day too.
That is definitely not the first thing that I thought when I was watching the movie.
That's what you took away from the movie as a. How old are you when you first watched it?
Oh, God knows. I don't.
It's a very self-aware child.
I was young, but I was like, holy shit, my favorite Pokemon just died in front of me. So
I did cry my eyes out too. In that scene. I think everyone did.
It still does.
Absolutely.
You watch it now, like you can still watch it and get teared up.
Yeah, nothing will ever compare. And I've seen a lot of the Pokemon movies. I think the closest one that has gotten me to that is the Lucario.
I was about to say the Lucario is a good one.
Yeah, when he sacrifices himself. But yeah.
I got a question here from Josh Tell James. What artist has influenced your style the most?
Well, he said Rufus Du Sol on the
on
the first three.
You want me to choose a different one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My parents.
Yeah.
What got you into EDM music? By Operetta.Nicole.
What got me into EDM was this motherfucker sitting right over here. My buddy
This camera
Greg.
guy.
He's the one who got me going to festivals. His old rave name was Buttercup.
Oh, you have a rave
That's
name.
so cute.
His
Dude,
old
that's
rave
what we
name
should
was
bring back
Buttercup.
is rave names.
Rave names. Mine was Brandaddy.
That's fire too.
And no, just that was, it was a combination of like I said earlier, Skrillex pioneering this new sound and me beatboxing and learning how to do his songs and then going to the raves and experiencing it. My first rave, EDC, I said I wasn't going to do anything. I ended up doing the most I've ever would have even fathomed in my lifetime. Had the best time. There was like 12 of us in one hotel room. It was just a raw experience, and that's what got me into
Sounds like
electronic
EDC.
music.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I think we actually, because we're nearing the end of the episode, we'd love to hear another live track from you.
Yeah, let's
That
do
would be
another
awesome.
More song.
One
more song.
I got you guys. Here we go.
More song.
Are we ready?
Ready.
Oh,
Let's
we're
do it.
ready.
Days go by and still I think of you. I'm peeking.
Yeah, I knew it was
I'll just be your soundboard.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what? We should just record all of your sounds and just put it in our soundboard.
Fuck, we should have done that.
That's so good.
Might need to ask for some samples later.
I'm peeking.
Dude, thank you so much. That was awesome. Holy shit.
That was really sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. One more round of applause.
Yeah,
It was a
Yeah.
You caught me off guard with the filter effect with the beatbox. I'm like, damn, that's really cool.
Yeah, you filtered your own voice with just
Your own
you.
voice.
Yeah.
That's
crazy. Insane.
Laerz music.
Yes.
Go check it all
Yeah,
out.
definitely. I was gonna say actually perfect time now. We're at the end of the episode, so please
it in.
please let everyone know what you got coming up.
So currently gonna be working on a few full-length sets, going out and filming some projects. So Spotify, you can check out all of my music. YouTube, you can check out my long-form videos. I just dropped a merch line, my own merch line with Fourth Wall, a partnership, and it's super sick, so go check all that out too. Instagram, TikTok, all those good places. Find all my videos. Laerz, Laerz, across all platforms.
There we go.
Fire.
Yeah, and definitely go and check out his videos because they are really sick.
They are.
Yeah,
I love how you like show your music to strangers.
I know.
like
Yeah,
the best thing.
the rave. What is it? The rave in a no, not rave in a box.
The
Sorry,
signs change. It's usually like it's like sometimes it's like sit here for your own private
Yeah,
rave,
yeah,
or
yeah,
sit
yeah.
here
Oh,
for your
yeah.
music festival.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're actually relaunching the series. We put our first 2 videos out. No more sitting. It's all standing. And instead of one person at a time, we can do like anywhere between 1 to 5 now.
Nice,
Sick.
nice.
So group experiences. Yeah, starting to work with producers and DJs and stuff to make more content to land people on Spotify.
Yep.
It's great stuff. So go check it all out.
Hell yeah. And like as we said, we're at the end of the episode. We are going to go hop over onto the Patreon, the bonus episode, which, by the way, if you didn't already know, we have a Patreon that you can go and check out bonus content. We usually shoot bonus segments there where we talk about tea sometimes.
We do talk about tea.
We
there.
do.
Yeah.
And we also listen to music over there so that we don't get copyrighted here. But there's some exclusive playlists over there, early access to episodes, all that stuff. So definitely go and check that out. And even if you don't follow the Patreon.
We still love you.
Yes, we do.
Oh, and big shout out also to
Boom,
our
boom,
sponsors,
boom,
BoomBoom,
boom.
Scented
Watch it
Nasal
in my
Sticks.
room.
Definitely go and definitely go and grab some for your next festival. They're great for helping calm your anxiety. if
Can
you're
we
in
make a track for
crowd or-
Boom Boom real quick?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Boom Boom.
Oh.
Boom Boom. Let's do a Boom Boom track real quickly.
Oh my God.
Oh, boom,
Let's try
boom
this,
track.
let's
You
try
get a
this.
bonus? Boom, boom. Scented nasal sticks.
Boom, boom. I want you in this thing. We can spend the night together at the rave. Boom, 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 boom. Boom Boom. Coming to a podcast near you.
Yeah.
Go and check them out right now. You can go and grab one at your local CVS. You can also grab them at their website or on our TikTok shop. Definitely go and check them out. They've been a huge supporter of
Didn't
the
they
podcast.
like really help you guys out when everything got broken into?
Yep.
and stuff like that?
Yeah, they
Yep.
100% did, and we love them forever.
Yeah, they told me that
Absolutely.
story, and I was like, wow, that's a really great. It's a great. Good job, Boom Boom.
Yeah.
It was like
Good
a real
job, Boom
community
Boom.
moment.
Yeah, 100%. So
And of course, if you get it on TikTok Shop or if you buy it online using code I'm Peaking, you are supporting us as well.
yeah, so definitely go and check them out. We are at the end of the episode. Nan, do you want to close this out?
Go ahead and smash that notification bell, like, subscribe, leave a comment of who you want on Skrillex on the next episode or the one after that, and we will see you in 2 weeks, or we'll see you in the bonus.
Yo, Skrill, drop it hot. Doodles. Took your job.
Bye.